Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. You know, right a few minutes before I actually hit the record button, I'm sitting there thinking about Lulu, thinking about Brooklyn. I was annoyed with both of them, and I'm just like trying to pinpoint, like, why was I so annoyed with both of them? It's because they were giving off the same energy. They were giving off the same hypocritical energy. Okay, both of them were. Like, I didn't even realize it until I sat my ass down and was like, huh, that's interesting. You saw the scenes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We'll start off with Lulu, because Lulu was on one. She did sit there and apologize to Cody for sitting there playing him, saying, listen, I kind of had an idea, but I want you to confirm it as far as, the whole Brooklyn and Dante thing. Doesn't say what it is, just says that you confirm my theory. And then she gets on Dante. She gets on Dante because, the whole saying that they didn't have history, saying that Dante and Brooklyn didn't have history when clearly that they did, right? But my whole thing was, this was in high school, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting there saying that you can't be annoyed and be a little upset, okay? But she's upset like this should happen. Like, she was up and about, and they've been in a relationship or whatever. And she's upset like that, like they're in a relationship, and it happened like 3 years ago or something. It's one of those things where it's like, you are definitely blowing this out of proportion. It happened a while ago, but she's at a point where she's like, I don't know if I can trust you. Well, you're lying to him about having a son, and you have the audacity to sit there and say, I don't know if I can trust you. Like, they worked it out, and he did apologize after he was like, yeah, let me apologize for something that happened, I don't know, 18 something years ago. Let me sit there and apologize for that, you know? And he handled it better than me, because I would have been understanding to a point. And I do not have the patience that I try to have more patience than I do, but like, certain people will just vex me to the point I'm over it. Brooklyn was on the same thing. So Brooklyn and Chase are sitting in the living room, they're discussing the end of that Crip crap. And Olivia comes in. Olivia's like, I got a surprise you. And it's Lois. And I'm kind of just like, Lois, what are you doing back here? Like, what are you doing back here? Listen, I don't have anything against Lois, but when she left, she seemed like she was going to be gone for a little bit. She seemed like she was going to be gone for a while. So I'm kind of just like, why are you here? Also, she tries to make it seem like it was Olivia's idea. I'm like, boom, you couldn't have sat there and called, text, hey, I'm coming back home or whatever. That still does not excuse Brooklyn's bitchy attitude, right? Brooklyn's upset with Lois for her telling her mother about the whole, adoption thing. And I get being upset to a point, but she's also blowing this out of proportion. And she's blown this out of proportion, and she's acting like, oh, I don't know if I could sit there and trust you. I'm like, bro, you're sitting there, you've been lying to this man. You've been lying to Dante for years. And you have the audacity to sit there and be upset with your mom when you're doing the, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much betrayed this man for years. But you're just so busy in your feelings. I'm literally just like, I can't believe that both of these chicks actually managed to vex me in one episode. That's amazing. That's quite amazing. So I gotta give hats off to the writers for that. But she does admit that she is being a hypocrite. So I will give her a point. I will give her a point for that. Chase, I guess we're gonna just. I guess most people can sit there and look at this as far as being supportive, but I feel like you're kind of coddling her a little bit. Like I really feel like you're coddling her, but whatever. So we got that going on. We got Rick and Ava. The long story short, Ava wants to blackmail Alexis, get some of that money. Rick wants her ass to go to jail. See, the thing is, both Rick and Ava realize that because Christina pretty much doesn't pay for anything that she does, she continues to do the same BS over and over again. Because she knows that mommy and daddy and whoever else is going to sit there and cover for her. And Rick is like, yeah, I'm done with that. We're not going to do that. He wants her to go to jail. He's also like, I don't think it's a good idea because, well, what if she tries again? What if she tries to sit there and take your ass out again? But Ava, again, Ava's not there thinking about that shmoney, so, that's, like, I can handle her. I'll be on guard this time. I'm good. Long story short, it looks like Marco's going to get hired. So let's just get that out of the way. Alexis met with Marco, asked him some questions as far as like how much would you skate around the law, and the answer was good enough for her. So yeah, he was going to be hired. Um, but Ava pays her a visit. He comes in with confidence and gusto, like come on, just make some time for me or whatever. And you saw in the previews, you know what she's going to do. She's going to start the whole blackmailing process. Christina, in an effort to sit there and kind of quill her guilty conscience, comes to Liz's room with some flowers and everything like that, checking to see how she's doing, saying I'm here for you. Lucky comes in there. Lucky's like, can I talk to you for a minute? It's about bar business, yeah. Now at first I thought Lucky was didn't want Christina to confess. But then he's like, listen, if you do it the smart way. Get Alexis, try to draw up a plea deal or whatever. You're going to do it the right way. Well, of course, Christina's like, no, I can't do that because what excuse I'm going to use? My parents, yeah. I don't want my parents to suffer anymore. Alexis with Sam, Sonny with his medical condition. I don't want to sit there and cause me more trouble by going to jail. So you don't want to do the right thing to spare your parents' feelings. It's you just threw that one out your ass, right? At this point, right? Like, okay, sure. I can't wait to sit there and see what your excuse is for not doing the right thing in about a week or so. That was good. That was good. Oh yeah, and Diane was there. Um, Rick and Liz talked. Rick was concerned for Liz and just happy that she's okay and everything like that, and they just kind of reminiscing about what they remember from the accident. Um, Cody is not happy with Lila. He wants to know what she's up to. Because she apologized to him in the beginning, and then when Dante left, Cody was like, yeah, I'm not buying, I'm not co-signing that apology. What's going on? What are you up to? Olivia wants to know what's going on with you know, the issue between Lois and her daughter. But she doesn't really talk about it. She's just like, I betrayed her trust or something like that. But she's not going to get into it. And Olivia feels that she can help, but Lois is like, you may just make it worse. Um, then there's a point where after Olivia leaves and Lois is in the kitchen, and Brooklyn is like, hey, listen, at the end of the day, she's my mom. I still love her. So she goes in there to sit there and talk to Lois, and Dante's there. I don't think that Olivia's going to be so generous when she finds out the truth. And finds out that Lois has been lying to her for about 20 something years. Yeah, she gonna be pissed. And I don't see them being friends for a very long time. They're probably speed rushes, so they'll be friends, whatever. But okay, I feel like that's pretty much about it. That is the general gist of the episode. Might have been some stuff here or there that I missed, but overall, it was a decent episode. Nothing crazy, nothing too bad, nothing super great, but um, it is Tuesday, so I'm I'm feeling a little more generous. So um, anyway, I feel like that's about it. If I missed anything, write in the comment section below. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be doing a live stream tonight, but I will be back tomorrow. Usual time, we'll sit there and discuss all 5 of the shows. You know what they are. And anything else that comes up, I'll talk about that as well. Anyway, have a good day, good night, and I will see you on the next video and live stream.